It's so impressive from this team here. Again, it gives a lot of credit to the leadership here, the people that are watching these games. I mean, the coach there, of course, in Bit, it's probably calling a lot of these adjustments as well. So MIBR clearly doing a lot of good work here and wanting to extend that into a third map, lock themselves a position in that finals. Of course, here, loser not going to be exiting the tournament, but are going to be playing up against Sharks here, whether it's MIBR in a rematch or 9Z getting to test their mettle up against that team.
Yeah, we'll have to go ahead and see, but 9Z are also in an excellent position to perhaps pull off a bit of an upset here and kind of ruin the start of the season for MIBR. We'll see. Down middle we go here on the drop. Instant gush and the finisher there on the DGT. And then Safe and Insani open up as well. Luckily, Peak has got a double, but I don't think that's enough here, Cole. MIBR looks so good on these pistol rounds. I don't even think they've lost one this series.
I don't know. I don't think they have either. They've been super consistent. Maybe on Nuke?
I'll check in.
When 9Z got off to a pretty decent start. That's the only one I can imagine. But the pistols over the entire event so far have been unbelievable. That number, that consistency, only losing a 1v3 in that last series. Incredible. But Martinez, look at this. Hold on.
He's in right position.
He's in a perfect spot right now.
Right position. Oh, everyone's in front of him. He's almost on for the 1v3. Oh, man. Drop right around the corner. Gets the spot in. Martinez, I mean, he feels the opportunity for a clutch, but drop. Oh, he's trying to mind game this one. He's hoping Martinez would leave this A site. Taking his time about this one. 40 seconds to think about it. I think it's time to get a move on to that B end.
Yeah, I can just book it now. Martinez, well, perfectly rerouting, man. This guy in the clutch situations, you just can't count him out. For a second there, you and I were chopping this one up to be a guaranteed MIBR round in the 1v3, but again, you see Martinez left into the server in a clutch situation in this series in particular, and you just cannot count this guy out right now. Still tough, though. Drop pretty healthy versus Martinez, low on HP and without armor and without a kit.
Yeah, he just has the full sprint, but Drop does give up the game pretty early on. I mean, Martinez is going to charge forward for the fight, and he knows where Drop is. Gonna go for the fade on the defuse, and he gets it! Does he have time? Oh, this will be a really big thing. Does Martinez seriously pull this off? Oh my goodness, Cole. He's actually done it. He pulled off the 1 versus 3 around the world marathon retake.
I mean, I thought that was unlosable. Drop just had to hide. Use the full 20 seconds that Martinez had to rotate over and clear his spot. But Martinez rotates in and instantly spots where Drop is because he peeks out behind New Box. That gives over the entire retake right there. That makes it so much more possible. His odds go way up. Martinez pulling off what we thought was impossible there multiple different times.
And it's so,
I don't know how he does it.
It's so insane. He takes about 20 seconds to get to the site, which means he has about 10 seconds to get the kill so he can get the defuse. And he did it. That is one of the most unlikely 1 versus 1 clutches I've ever seen.
Yeah, 1v1 to end it. 1v3 overall right there. I mean, unlikely 1v3 as he loses his whole A-side approach. His whole A-side drops instantly in the beginning of the round. Peak does a good job of giving his teammate just enough. And I mean, MIBR, that's a frustrating start to this map here. That is so incredibly infuriating, knowing that Martinez is right back to his winning ways here. Right back to what closed out a map for this 9Z team. Has flared up again here in map 3.
Oh yeah, he's back. We do have a force buy-in from MIBR. Now, AKs, plenty of rifles, and even a decent amount of utility to work some map control. 2 flashes, 2 smokes. Facing off against just the singular molly, and that's over towards the A site. There's some vulnerabilities in this defense.
Gonna capitalize on those. Again, you look at that B side here left with only 2 MP9s, and you really don't like their odds. They are getting a little help though. Martinez just in time is making the rotates. 20 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what it comes down to. The smokes are in time, and the flash is there too. Max can't even get the initial kill. And this could just be entries here for MIBR, and they'll have it their way. Bomb plant in and a force buy victory very likely now as DGT, nice shot admittedly, but not going to be going for this any day of the week. MIBR, clean execute.
That's what they needed there, some instant redemption for the lost round. We'll find it. Very quickly managing to force 9Z out of that B-bomb site there. Not a bad idea to try and, you know, dive through the smoke if you're Martinez, but again, your two site defenders, all the tools that they have are a flashbang and two MP9s. So if you're gonna make that play, you have to have distractions coming through from your site players, and they pretty quickly fell or hid back in towards the new box. So he gets spotted out early, taken care of early, and not MIBR find themselves equalized once again.
So 9Z dragged into the force buy, and this is kind of a nightmare situation as the CT end, because you're gonna have no money basically for the rest of the half if you falter in this one. Again, loss bonus is at basically nothing for the CTs. Either gonna need to save all your weapons here or win this round convincingly.
Here for DGT, gonna be putting a little bit of pressure on himself to do all the heavy lifting.
What's going on in the apartments right now? I think we just have a little double setup.
One on top of the
elevated angle.
Yeah. Been seeing that a lot. Sometimes oppers will post up on the deep angle and shoot through their teammates' legs right there. It's really fun.
that feels a bit unfair. And look who's gonna test it. Insani. Walking up with the teammate and drop. You'd have to think he's good for it. On the angle though, 5-7, first bullet. Gets the first and drop, running, spraying backwards. Does not want any piece of that. DGT trying to nail the timing. Can't quite get it. Wasabi's gonna try and get himself into position, and he'll get deleted by Safe instead. And here we go. Nightmare situation here for 9Z.
They'll find themselves onto a 3-bomb plant right there in the 4v2. And you know those A-side retakes. Something that the MP9 and Deagle can test. So 9Z gonna call it a save, call it a day. And steady themselves here. This is great for MIBR though. Again, to talk about the start to this map, it would be incredibly difficult to mentally. And I know this team has a strong mentality, right? They're not ones to give up super easy. But to start this one off in the way that they did is infuriating. But to shake that off there, bounce back so quickly.
Terrorists win.
It's pretty impressive here.
Yeah. I will have to say again, 9Z in the financial hole to start off this game. You know, they've always, I feel like 9Z have always had to play from behind in every single opening situation. They just can't get a good hold of the first 4 rounds. I mean, albeit no team has been able to do that versus MIBR today. Sharks got quickly mopped up. And while Nuke was a bit of a better story for 9Z, MIBR and them pistol rounds certainly working in their favor.
Yeah, it's something that they use here to full effect. The pistol consistency here again in today is definitely something to note. When you're a team that puts a lot of work in, usually those pistols are something you'll also be able to test out quite a bit. And they've had a lot of different good game plans here to win those pistols on a consistent basis here. 4 players are ready to collapse.
Oh boy!
Walking into the meat grinder. Here you go. Multiple kills there coming through from Max with the MP9, and it's now up to Martinez to find, you know, 1 or 2 kills here, even one in some damage, and that could really help out.
Or even just surviving. Even just surviving. He's I mean, already the rotate has begun to arrive. Smoke to be deployed. And Martinez kind of locked out here in the site. It's gonna get cleared, but through the smoke they go. But Insani transfers the full spray to every single player. DGT probably to back off and save. Insani has scared them all off.
Insani saves the day at just the right time right there. If Insani's not in the back of sight, finding that kill onto Martinez, getting those players lined up around the smoke, that could have been disastrous for MIBR. It could have been another round that you're just furious about letting slip right there. A great idea coming through from 9Z, but just not enough firepower to finish the job, complete the mission. So DGT with an AK in his hands, very valuable. A smart idea to call it a save. And Max, he gets 3 MP9 kills, so that's an extra $1,800 that can really go a long way.
It's gonna probably turn into an op. Martinez definitely wants to call that one over. So, yeah, despite the cool stuff from Insani, there's a lot to talk about there for 9Z.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't have had the funds for an op without the 3 kills. So, great round from Max. Happy that he can get some work done here, get on the board here early on Inferno, and start off what is going to be a little bit of a more stabilized gun round for 9Z with an AWP in hand for Martinez. They're star of the show so far this series, and potentially for the future.
We'll have to see what he can do, but playing a bit more of the passive line, hoping that MIBR challenge him towards middle. And also the off angle from Wasso Peak, but it could be bad. Poor timing as Insani deletes him. And next in line, Drop has got DGT locked in as well. Martinez does not want any part of this. He'll find safe, but that's just a fighting retreat. This bomb plant going through, and 9Z not willing to attempt this.
And
okay.
I don't know how much that can encourage them forward with their teammates still rotated so far. It might just be a better gun for Max to bail out with. You look at this, they have a lot of utility, sure, but Buda's the one with the kit, and he has a long way to go. So they will call it a day. 9Z get caught off guard there. That's just a massive pace change from MIBR, who like their slow defaults, who like to play around out right there, but have the ability, they have that wherewithal to call upon a strategy like that catches 9Z asleep at the wheel.
Terrorists win.
That's just, I mean, really, really scary on the timing there. I mean, excellent entry from Insani, and then the double swing, high-low. Drop has got that one locked in, long range. And MIBR just playing a slow contact style, and you can see that they're finding all the gaps in the defense right now.
Absolutely. Being able to call upon, again, what has been an incredible bit of consistency in the calling today here. So much work being done by Exit, making sure that they find themselves in a good spot. I mean, we saw that a lot versus Sharks. It just seemed a little bit easy for MIBR to win some of these rounds with the long-term conditioning that they've been able to do. They start things off a little bit slow, maybe leads the defense to, you know, save on their utility, try and give a little bit of map control, knowing that MIBR might not be willing to take that at the start of the round, and then bam, all of a sudden, you got a full execute at 1:30 left on the clock, and you don't even know what hit you.
I mean, MIBR setting themselves up with great positioning to be able to capitalize on the picks. So at least still with the purchase, saved weapons in play, and an off of Martinez over towards that banana end. But really nothing more for 9Z but some nade damage to kick off this round.
Good space creation here taking place right now. A lot of HEs, they throw double up and towards that close cubby angle. And we'll be able to establish some brackets control, leading a lot of rotations in to help out this A side right now. Something that 9Z needed in that last round.
This
Look at this boost.
This boost is disgusting. Oh, but DGT still clicks up for it. That is unbelievable. And then the re-clear. Buda helps out as well. 2 kills back for 9Z. That is just unthinkable.
Buda's got the barrel. You saw drop, I think. Either way, smokes him out. How are you prepared for that there? Unbelievable. Collapse rolls through. Works wonders for 9Z. And now they can just kind of back up into a comfortable little setup here. A simple 3-2 should do the trick. Nice smoke as well. Not a lot of options left for MIBR here in the last couple seconds of this round.
I mean, let's be real. That setup was getting destroyed anyways. Like, just made even worse. Now an execute through with just 7 seconds on the clock. MartinezSa got to get that play immediately and helped out by drop. Now there's a post play. Now there's a... You're telling me there's a chance for MIBR? You're telling me drop looking for this pick though, but he can't win it. MartinezSa in need of a kill right now. And right now, 9Z are just not giving it to him. He'll make his way up into Graveyard. This could be an unexpected position in this post plant. Starting to work out all the angles, clear out all the stuff, and oh my goodness, Martinez deletes him. 9Z with their second round.
Fantastic composure coming through right there from 9Z in that post plant. No panic set into them at all. You do love to see there from some of these younger individuals rolling on out in this roster. MIBR pulling that one back in some fashion there. Does put a scare on you, right? Again, I said 9Z, they could have fallen back into a pretty comfortable 3-2 setup. They end up kind of cheating an extra rotate, and I think that cost them a lot of space here, a lot of concern. MIBR punished effectively. Smokes tossed out there to give some space towards the middle of Banana. Allow for the T side to fight back here a little bit on Inferno. Taking a lot of molly damage.
He's charging down the B side right now with Buda backing him up. Very loud. Just making sure that it's clear here for 9Z.
And they realize it's clear here. The concern is they spent multiple Molotovs, multiple smokes to get that space, and they do evacuate it pretty quickly here. They still stick Buda around the jump spot, but you know, flash, there you go. There's that utility dispense even further. Good old Buda hold on to his smoke still, as they'll need that late into the round.
And so yeah, so plenty of utility here for 9Z. They've held on to a lot. Still 2 smokes remaining. Now they'll start to be deployed as DGT starts his rotate.
Extra man over here towards that B side is exactly what they need here to hold on against this execute that's just ready to blow up in the face of 9Z.
Good molly, but oh, the spam's better. DGT finds a kill, and then Buda, Hwasopi all deliver, contribute, and they don't even know where the last player is. Buda with the USP gets another kill in there as well. And 9Z start right the ship on this map of Inferno. Exit will pick up the bomb, but surely nothing more than this. Closing down DGT through the smoke. And 9Z close the deficit to 1.
There you go. Instantly responding here. Quick reactions. Great countermeasures coming through there. I love the little flashbang that they have for that execution. Both players able to peek off the back of that flash as well. So, you know, once you get that third player over and they have the right resources, which is something we mentioned early in this, it was the second round actually, where 9Z had the players, they just didn't have the resources. This time they have a flashbang ready to throw through, they have a smoke in the face of MIBR that they have to push past, and works out much better. Oh, and what a shot! Another nasty flick. How is that even a headshot? That's how quick that flick was. You couldn't even see his mouse move.
Oh my goodness. His crosshair teleported to the head. See you later, and MIBR don't even know what to think of it. Oh, it's messy, it's madness, and it had to be a headshot too, or else that's just a tag, and Martinez follows up. Suddenly he's in library. Like, this guy is everywhere on the map. And now MartinezSa facing down 3 players. There is no chance here for MIBR.
Perfect not lineup right there. Drop does get a nice flashbang. settles the score for just a single kill. But now the score officially settled here as we tie things up 4-4. 9Z fighting their way back here round by round, led by some incredible performances from Martinez, but the rifle is starting to step up, and you know, Martinez was one of those players that you relied upon to close out a map like Nuke, but you had to have everybody. You had to have some great performance from your rifle prowess, and we're starting to see that come through on Inferno here.
INC just choosing to be really aggressive in their stance right now. Martinez back up to no good. You know, Brennison's bought a deagle and said, hey, I can handle this guy. Oh, Martinez not going for the deep peek once again. There's some real confidence in the calling here right now from 9C. Everyone taking some forward stances. Comparatively, when they've been playing passive, MIBR have found the gaps in their defense, so I guess I respect the decision.
Just probably wanted to, you know, find any advantage that they can off rounds like these here, where you can maybe bait some utility out. You get extra change taken out of the pockets here of 9Z any way possible. Are leaning over towards the apartment side of things. You do love a good eco waterfall. Could be a lot of fun. Can be dangerous.
And with a couple pop flashes, let's see if it can work here for MIBR. Wasso Peak on the hold, turns it though, and there's a quick triple kill. And this round is very over. Wasso Peak, the dollar sign in his name as he pockets $1,200 a kill reward. Make it an ace. How about that?
Lovely stuff. Smile on his face right there as he locks in all of those sweet, sweet eeks. They funnel on into him. Those rounds can be dangerous, but that's only if you fall to the pistols right there. He stands tall. Holds his line. We've got 5 rounds here. Lead taken back for the first time since that pistol. Since Martinez ripped it away from MIBR. Now they're back into the driver's seat with 4 in a row of their own. Oh my god, look at this.
This guy is a maniac. He gets the kill, but not escaping this one. Now breaking open the smoke as well. DGT continues to battle, but will lose out on that fight, and MIBR now with full bracket side control. Wasso Peak in some trouble.
Yeah, this is a little too concerning right now. Safe is closing in, but they do have quick rotates. This has been heard.
This has all been heard. Look at this. Just a post up there. And there's the entire team spotted out by Buda. But there's nothing 9Z can really do to capitalize on this match. Just walk into library and just get uppercutted by Safe. And MIBR bring the same pace and hand it right back to 9Z. Just Wasso Peak will get the 1 kill, but this is a save every day of the week. This is looking to be 5-all, and we're going neck and neck on these maps again.
Fitting so far, man. Fitting so far. Again, MIBR coming through as our favorites here in this tournament, but 9Z showing what they're made of here with some new pickups in the offseason. Some exciting pickups in the offseason as we've seen so far, and definitely getting that output here. I love that. You know, they needed to have an answer for Martinez and these aggressive maneuvers right there. And MIBR willing to fight fire with fire. Safe doesn't back away from that fight. And is able to trade out his teammate right there. If you let Martinez get that kill, get that play, and bail, imagine the confidence. His head just starts to swell as he continues to show up these performances.
Yeah, just it gets too big of a head. Gets too ahead of yourself. Too confident.
That's what you want from your opper too.
I mean, it certainly is. Martinez not necessarily the type of player to get shut down with just a single kill. I mean, he got his 1, so he might say, hey, if things work out a little bit differently, maybe I could get some help. We'll see. He's going back to middle again, this time with DGT. He calls for backup here. DGT to run down Safe. He's just gonna go fire in the hole, baby! And Safe burns, and then he gets the next as well. This is just absolute lunacy we're seeing right now from 9Z. Insani will hand it back to the smoke, and a great nade to break it to find DGT, but maniacal double kill there from DGT.
Oh man, electric right there. That's DGT getting sent to the wolves, but coming out, scratching his way for 2 kills. At least a trade here, but think about what you have to do. They've just thrown a massive wrench in the game plan here of MIBR, taking down 2 players like that. You're never going to be able to call the same idea that you wanted out of the start of this round here. You got to readjust if you're the likes of Exit.
Yeah, double swing impending here for Buda. And then there's the follow. Wasso Peak, the double setup. Working out nicely here. And the round just ends. Martinez also inside on top of Graveyard watching apartments as well. Raw confidence from 9Z, 6-5.
Like you said, I mean, just having an extra rifle there to back things up there big time. MIBR caught surprised by the just brazen nature of this 9Z team, loving to get in their face, disrupt the game plan here. I think that's so perfect for what MIBR want to do as well. If you're able to stop the flow of the calling here, they could shut down. Blast fast up towards B.
Oh, Buda will stand his ground there for just a kill. DGT is also here. Fast rotation, making sure it doesn't go down too early, and Max just barely gets the spray across. And will survive somehow, helped out by DGT, just staying alive barely for his teammates to provide support. MIBR trying to turn up the gas, and they meet DGT. What a wallbang there. Yeah, he's 1 HP, and he starts landing more shots as well. Might try that one more often here for the rest of 9Z. They like those kind of rounds. They're up 7-5 at the half. So we are off. 9Z winning 6 of the last 7 towards the end of that half to get themselves a solid lead in front of them. 5 Joe McCall, extra McHenry. Can 9Z finally get themselves off to a good start in this half and maybe pull off the upset here versus MIBR? Well, they're facing off against the dreaded Dooley, so we'll have to see.
Little silent boost here. Can be deadly, but Safe is watching this angle so intently, and yeah, 1 bullet out of his Doolies. Sends 2 right there to make sure the job's completed. But now that gives you some certain information that there's a couple players that you have to deal with around that corner.
Martinez looking forward. The dual Beretta is starting to chip away as well. Martinez not really wanted to tango with that one too much. And it, dissuades them a bit.
Very careful here. You don't want to give MIBR another big clutch to try and make sure that Martinez gets you out of. That's not coming through all that often, and MIBR have been very crisp on these pistols. They've nearly forced him in towards this B side, but only 2 players are here, so I'm not sure about the commitment levels here for 9Z.
Yeah, DGT just searching for a bit of a peek off the jiggle. Instead, it's a walk up here from 9Z. They're long gone. But Safe also the off angle from up top on the balcony. Does have to be aware of what's beneath him. Starts to ring out for the picks, and drop will be good for it, but the entries eventually are there. That allows for a bomb plant.
There you go. Quick trades right there. 2 for 2 on the site, and this is an A-side retake that they have to move quickly on.
We're going fast, though, and Max is going to start cutting them down just as quickly. There's another gush. Max gets all 3. A 4K on the retake without taking a bullet. And 9Z finally pick up a pistol.
Yeah, I mean, getting another one in this map here. First of all, Martinez in that first one pulling off a massive clutch, and then you have Max stepping up here with a huge 4K, deciding that he wants to assert some dominance here as well. What an insane round there. I mean, the 2 dualies right there should be strong enough to hold off. If you would have seen maybe Safe back off there, back in towards apartments, it could have been even more difficult there, but they find some really quick trades on the side of 9Z in a fashion in which I did not expect it. Break past the strong setup. They ease past the 2v3 pose plant. MIBR left onto a full eco. 9Z could find themselves a 9th round.
Finally, potential for a just runaway game for 9Z. They've always had to start off struggling in every single one of their halves. First half of this one, yeah, they got the pistol, but got 4 spot on. MIBR won 4 rounds in a row. I mean, it could have been a completely different story if they converted versus that force, and now they're just staring down a full eco. The odds are like 98% to win this round, and probably now 100 as the A site's empty.
Absolutely.
Cole?
Not gonna walk into the USP tower.
If it was NA, I'd give it like 95%, only likely.
Well, you gotta farm those eeks. And sometimes when you go farming, there's little mishaps with the tools.
The crops fight back.
The crops, they bite back. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that game.
In this case, we're the zombies.
I mean, they have that game mode in that game. I'm just saying.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can play as the zombies a little bit. And certainly feasting on them. No lawnmowers in sight.
Gotta get on there. It's a good playing game.
Kinda is.
Traveling.
You're kinda spitting. Yeah.
Hop on the Steam Deck. Rock some PVZ.
I'm sure they have it on like mobile.
They have it on mobile.
Hashtag not.
But what would I use that Steam Deck for?
There are a lot of like better games you could probably play on the Steam Deck, if I'm being real. You can play CS too.
PVZ.
You could be watching the demo of the IEM Chengdu 2024 South America Close Qualifier. You could be doing that.
That'd be
Just
actually
saying.
pretty cool. That's a good idea for the future.
Demo review? You know what's like something cool?
I wonder if you can either way.
Alright, quit our yapping. We're up for an upset here, potentially. If 9Z can pick this one up, it could be devastating, but Bredesen gets caught off guard. The flashes are excellent from Waso Peak, escorting in a double kill from DGT.
They look to stick around here to take a fight. Desperate times here for MIBR. They find themselves down 5v3 right now. Not as easy as they'd like right there. Rolling up banana, thinking that it was all clear. They're turning their attention away for a split second. Like you said, getting that supportive utility. It's going to leave them in a incredibly trying position. And 9Z are in no rush here to overextend. And trying to finish this round towards the B bomb site. I mean, you're 5v1. 4v1 rather, with a single lurk.
See how this one goes. It's just a complete full execute right now. Insani can't do anything to stop the smoke either, so 9Z can basically walk up for free. Insani maybe to make a play through the smoke, but that's like putting the game on the line. Now he reveals his position, so this will be a simple plant for Waso Peak and likely a save for MIBR. 10-5, but Buda won't let him.
Chase is in, successfully made right there from Buda. Just adding an extra kill there. One less gun we brought to the table. And dude, the potential for more damage. I mean, look how hot Buda is on their heels. They probably think they're around in towards pit right now, which is maybe going to provide some extra security. But either way, 9Z on to 10. Like you said, the potential here for a runaway game taking place right now, putting a real scare on MIBR, who would have to go back to taking on the Sharks.
Well, I mean, they're closing in right now. Max is going to be able to clean up one rifle.
Oh,
no. And drop. Very fortunate to hold on to that gun. I mean, that could have just been curtains on the map. Let's be real.
I mean, saving one gun, it still kind of feels that deadly. What does MIBR want to do here? Lean on some of those timeouts that have been so effective. But I mean, so far, not a massive sample size as to what 9Z have been throwing at them. I mean, that's the first gun round that we just saw, and essentially, you just got blasted by a single man there on a double entry, and that was the round. It was curtains from that point. So I don't even know if MIBR know what they need to do to fix things up, to stabilize.
There's one opportunity and drop. Buda starts to step forward, maybe, but oh my goodness, drop instead. Pop flash with Insani. The one grenade they realistically had, the one playmaking opportunity, gives them a double.
It's unbelievable. That's exactly what they needed here, MIBR, to inspire some new life. They still will look to take it away, though. Insani gets caught trying to pick up a weapon. It does leave only a single USP on this A site.
It's not over. It's not over yet. Drop, though, long range will reveal his position, but he's just trying to bait for Safe. If Safe can get something done with the USP, hold still, please. Hold still, darn it. And he'll get it in, but just the dink. Not enough for the kill. And advantage goes back to 9Z.
That's just so incredibly impossible to deal with right there. Like you said, just hold still, let me fire away. I think one of his bullets also got blocked by the balcony right there, so that could have been the difference maker, but instead Buda able to turn and burn 2 players. That's going to lead to a 2-player save here for MIBR. Nice effort. I mean, just lovely from drop to try and find the space his teammates needed, but not enough firepower from the remaining members of MIBR to break past that.
I mean, a great effort, a great idea, but, you know, you have to convert all the rest of the kills in the round 2. And 9Z make a good call. That drop's trying to move around and rotate. They wait, and they find the right opportunity to strike. So, this could just be MIBR's last laugh here. If they lose in this round, they're out of cash. This is the last goodbye they got in their tank.
Exactly right there. Not a lot left here. Running on fumes at the moment for MIBR. They would need some incredible consistency, something big to get them back into things here. Again, not elimination necessarily, but not a position where you want to be in that lower brackets. See if they can find their footing here. Try and make this come back up on the CT side.
Smoke at least towards a half wall, but Max does not look like he's going to respect that whatsoever. It's a flashbang through. Are they going to slingshot into the site as well?
Execution here. 4 flashes around that corner. Met by a smoke, but they're not going to respect this smoke either, or are they? Slowing things down, but look at that damage straight through it. Brittinson down to 5 HP. Put on notice early. Finally, 9Z just breathe a quick pause in this action.
They're gonna go. And without any more utility on this B site, 2 mollies drop in, exit. Forced over towards the back of the site. A flashbang from Insani and a nade to the smoke. But exit immediately traded, and he uses that against him. Buda flying through the defense. He even gets the last. A triple entry for the young gun of 9Z. Plant to go through, and series point 7 of them for 9Z. What an unexpected situation we're in.
I mean, Buda, what an incredible round. What a time to step up to the plate right there. Instant trade, but doesn't just stop there, right? He takes it a whole mile past it right there. HEing the smoke open, finds a pick towards CT, blasts him out of the server, turns his attention towards exit and finds one. I mean, just fantastic stuff coming through overall. And
all safe cooked.
Is so gone here. Oh, might turn it to in time.
Oh, but he misses the shot now and drop a molly. Try to hold on to this, but the hunting party is after you. DPT considering the drop down. Safe will hold on to that AW. He can go for the swing.
Whoa.
Oh, he finds it.
He got it.
Yeah, well, it's some tick, and he got him on the last millisecond there.
Oh. It's a nice little fun shot there to finish things off, but it doesn't make you feel much better. I mean, at least you are bringing it up into another round, but 7 now required in a row. Again, not impossible, but in the current position here, I don't know what exactly can stop this 9Z team from calling curtains on this map, on this series.
Oh, boy. Oh, and Safe just gets dropped immediately. I don't even think there was a shot fired. Just a nade plus molly combo, and he didn't get to play Counter-Strike.
Yeah, reading into that very well. Blasting him out of the server before he could ever try for a pick right there. It's devastating. And now he's got to watch from the sideline as the rest of his roster tries to pick up the piece of this 4v5.
And it's going to come down to some re-aggression from MIBR. A flash, swing middle.
Nothing. Nothing spotted out here. They're going to hulls pop, and I feel like they're going to start to see MIBR gamble towards that B site. Maybe not. They just showed some smokes.
Time to hold off the apartments play. A 1-for-1. Brennan taps down the next, though, and everything spotted out. The hand played here for MIBR. Can there be a comeback effort from 9Z pushing forward? Martinez spots one. Maybe even ready for the next. Around the corner, Insani's got it in, and MIBR might stay alive for just a moment longer. They lose that opening pick, but it still works in their favor.
Fantastic recovery coming through there. That's MIBR not for extending on some of those rotates that you would understand if they wanted to. In a 4v5, that's typically where you want to call some of the gambles. But off that little flash play towards mid, they buy enough time, they keep their composure on that A side, and INC come through with a really good idea, diving out towards apartments, but walk into 3 players in 4v5 and don't really have the resources to manage that.
All right, but still plenty of cash in the reserves for 9Z to give it another try. Have this little smoke from drop off the spawn. Maybe some middle ideas on the table for MIBR. We have this swing here from exit. Taking a peek down bottom banana, but nothing will give just yet. Instead, it's 9Z working this apartment's control, and MIBR don't want to have any of it. They will leave it to 9Z.
I want to go ahead, give that space over here. Flash to try and buy some time there. Gets an op shop popped off. That's a lot of information, a lot of sound cues here.
Look at the rotate.
Again, there's only 2 players on this A side. They're gonna try and run maybe that same
Boy, Max!
What?
Oh, he just nails the timing. Brenison wasn't prepared for it. Sure, the frag is back there from exit, but there's still 2 players just as the Halls pop begins to walk on out. Drop, spots the player. DGT also gets the entry as well, traded by Buda, and the plant is in a 2v2.
Oh my god. 2v2 here, a chance to stay alive right now for MIBR, but they have to pull off an incredible retake. Martinez has one cut off. He will take care of safe, and it's just on the back of exit now to save his roster.
To try and keep his team in that upper bracket, to deny the upset from 9Z, who are debuting this tournament as well. Such a huge scalp to take for them. Exit can certainly do it. Spots out the first on a Buda, will run him down for the kill, but it's planted out in the open. And Exit with no utility just needs the defuse to bait it out, but he runs out of ammunition. And who else but Martinez to close it down for 9Z. 15-6 at the end of it, and a massive upset to lock in the finals position for 9Z.
I mean, that's an absolutely electric upset right there coming through from 9Z.